Early on in our training, we were looking at the Save As option right here, and I mentioned in here not to use the CompuServe GIF setting or the JPEG settings or the PNG, which is just off screen down here, that there was a better way to save. Let me show you how to do that. All of those are best done using the Save for Web and Devices option right here. Just bring that up. Here we go. The dialog box is a little large for our screen, but you can see the basic layout. We have 4 settings up here. Original, which shows you the original. Optimized, which shows you what it will look like when you have set up your conversion. 2 up gives you a look at your original and the setting you're saving for, and then 4 up gives you 4 options in there. Now this just cut off on these 2, but the bottom of those look just like the bottom of these 2 in here. On the left side, we can use the hand tool to move the image around if you want to in the window. We can select individual slices if the image has been sliced up, as I demonstrated previously in this discussion on slices. We can zoom in or out, and you can grab colors to use as masks. You also can show or hide slices right down here. So just a few basic options. Now what this does predominantly is over here on the right hand side, and that's allowing you to choose how you want to save this or convert this to the GIF, JPEG, PNG 8 or 24 or WBMP formats. And there's some presets in here. For instance, GIF 120 dithered or not dithered, JPEG high, low or medium settings, PNG 24. Just some basic settings you can choose from. Now the idea in here is to try different settings and then use the one that works out best for your particular use. Now if you look over here, this is the one that we're looking at right now. Notice the outline around there. If I click down here, notice the outline changes to this one, so you can tell which image you're looking at. And this allows you to try 3 different settings and compare those to your original. Here is the setting I'm saving for right now, JPEG file format, a setting of 30 quality, which is the default medium setting right there, compression quality. And this gives me a size of 14.84K. And it would take 1 second to download that at 256, which is the default kind of DSL high-speed download cable, that kind of thing. So it gives us some basic settings in here. Now if I came down here and I wanted to try a different setting, this one's set at the JPEG low setting, which is a quality of only 7. Now looking at these two, you can see how it's kind of blurred in here a little bit. Depending upon what I want to use a picture for, that might be fine. And this is a real low setting. I can't quite show that to you. It's just off screen. I don't think I can get that up high enough to show that. No, I can't. But it's at 8.29K. So it's a little more than half of what this one is. So by changing the settings in here, I can control the level of compression, and by changing the level of compression I can either make this image larger or smaller file size, and the smaller the file size, the faster it loads. So what you're looking for in here is to choose whichever format is best to use that will give you the smallest file size here and still retain a decent image level. So compare this to your original. Take a look at that. If you can bring your quality down a little bit, you might as well go ahead and try that. Let's bring this down to 20. I'll bring my slider control over here to 20. There we go. Going to 20, it still looks the same as far as my eye can tell, and it took me from 14.9 down to 12.8. So it's a smaller image, and this will now load faster, and it still looks fine. So that's the basic idea behind Save As, is to go through and try your different settings and watch the number right here. Get this number as low as you can, still retaining a good quality image. You don't need to have this perfect. People would much prefer to have an image that's not quite as good, and they may not even be able to tell, but they'd be much happier with a smaller file size, which gives them a much faster load on their web pages. People care much more about web page loading times than they do about file size or image quality. Now, of course, if you're doing a portfolio site, you want to have a higher image quality. They're going to accept a slower load time for those images. But in most cases, you want the smallest image size you can get over here, and even having acceptable image quality as opposed to great image quality is a better trade-off. Let's now go on to the next video, and I'll do a couple of examples in here for you and show you which ones are the better options for the different file types. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it useful. If you like this video, click on the like button below to let others know. You can click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos in the future. I'm frequently uploading new training videos. Don't forget to check out my website at howtogurus.com. You can share this video with your friends and coworkers. Just click on share and then click on the social media buttons. Feel free to comment on my videos. I try to answer all comments as quickly as I can. And finally, you can get all of my training videos on DVD at howtogurus.com. Thanks again for watching.